Welcome to the Round 17 WAFL Wrap. I'm your host, Frizz Ferguson. We start this week's episode with taking a look at last night's Foxtel Cup Grand Final, where West Perth went down by 63 points against Williamstown at Geelong Simmons Stadium. West Perth started slowly with only 2 behinds in the first quarter, while Williamstown had 5 individual goal kickers. West Perth stepped up their defence to leave Williamstown goalless in the second, but then they answered back with 2 goals in the third and 3 goals in the fourth. West Perth were left scoreless in the second and third, but claimed their 1 goal thanks to Corey Chalmers in the fourth quarter. Their 8 points is the lowest score in Foxtel Cup's short history, while Williamstown claims their second grand final after winning in the 2011 Foxtel Cup Grand Final. But it was also a big week in the WAFL, with Claremont claiming a 3-point thriller against Swan Districts at the Showgrounds and Subiaco recording the largest score so far this season. So taking a closer look at results across the 3 games, Claremont defeated Swan Districts 14-13-97 to 14-10-94 after a huge comeback in the final quarter. Subiaco's 27-9-171 was the highest league score so far this season, as the Lions defeated Perth 15-8-98. And East Fremantle defeated Peel Thunder by 24 points in a good contest at East Fremantle Oval. Winners in the reserves included Subiaco by 30 points over Perth, Claremont by almost 10 goals against Swan Districts, and East Fremantle by 67 points over Peel Thunder. In the Colts, Subiaco lost to Perth in a low-scoring contest. Claremont were convincing winners over Swan Districts in the top-of-the-table clash last Wednesday night, and East Fremantle beat Peel Thunder by a goal in a very close game that saw State 18s player Jack Cripps play a starring role. One of the headlines out of this weekend was Subiaco's season-high league score, scoring 8-5 in the first quarter and 10-1 in the final term for a total of 171 at Medibank Stadium. This was the highest score in a game this season and saw the Lions replace Swan Districts in second position on the WAFL ladder. Shane Yarran booted 6 goals, Reece Waters 5, Matt Boland 4, Andrew McDougall 3 and Clancy Wheeler 2. Subiaco captain Kyle Horsley racked up 35 possessions, and George Hampson and McDougall had 25 each. Matthew Moody and Cameron Manuel kicked 3 goals each for Perth, while Aidan Tropiano collected 24 disposals, and dynamic duo Dean White and Paul Bevan had 22 each. Claremont forward Jack Bradshaw featured in the highlights at the Showgrounds as the Tigers came from behind to upset second place Swan Districts. Bradshaw's 7 goals saw him continue to emerge as one of the competition's premier small forwards, taking his season tally to 27-10 and putting him in 8th place for the Bernie Naylor medal. Combined with 5 goals from Brendan Abbott, 38 possessions from Luke Blackwell and more than 20 touches to more than 6 other Claremont players. The Tigers had all of the answers when it counted most. Tim Gapin kicked 4 goals for Swan Districts and Ricky Carey added 2, putting both players level on 36 goals each in the Bernie Naylor standings. Aaron Alari was the leading possession winner for Swan Districts with 23, while Jacob Burnham collected 22 and Tony Knott and Connor Blakely had 20 each. At East Fremantle Oval, Brett Peake and Jack Perham led the way with 3 goals each, while James Bristow and Brad Dalziel kicked 2 apiece, including this absolute beauty from Dalziel. Reigning Sandover medalist Rory O'Brien racked up 33 possessions. Dalziel had 28 and Mark McGough 27 and Scott Hancock 20. Eddie Dan was outstanding for Peel with 30 possessions and 2 goals, while Hayden Crozier also finished with 2 goals and had 25 touches. Now for a look at our individual award winners, and this week's AAMI WAFL Player of the Week is Claremont's Jack Bradshaw for his 7 goals, 8 marks and 18 possessions against Swan Districts. This week's Powerade Colts young gun is Jack Cripps for his starring role in East Fremantle's thrilling win over Peel Thunder Colts. Cripps had 28 possessions, 5 tackles, 17 hitouts and a goal. This week there were 3 league reports. Claremont's Lachlan Davey had his rough conduct charge withdrawn by the match review panel on Monday, and at last night's tribunal, Paul Bevan received 3 weeks for his rough conduct charge on Brett Marnie. And Clem Smith received a reprimand for his rough conduct charge on George Hampson. But now for a look at the ladder positions. And we see the Royals leading the way on 12 wins, while the race is still wide open for a top 2 finish. Subiaco move into second spot with their big win on the weekend, while Swan Districts slip into third following their narrow loss. In the reserves, Subiaco is 3 games clear on top of the ladder, while 2 wins separate second and fifth. The Colts competition sees Swan Districts still clearly on top despite their loss to the Tigers in a special midweek fixture last Wednesday night. And now for this week's winner of the WAFL Selfie competition. Congratulations to Sharon Martin for her snap at Claremont Showgrounds. Well done, Sharon. You've won a double pass to the WAFL and go into the draw to win the ultimate grand final experience. To enter, visit the WAFL Facebook page and enter your photo via the competition tab. This week there will be 4 games on Saturday afternoon as Claremont host East Fremantle at the Showgrounds, Swan Districts play Perth at Steel Blue Oval, East Perth and West Perth will play the Jeremy Silcock Memorial Match at Medibank Stadium, and South Fremantle host Subiaco at Fremantle Oval. Thanks for tuning in this week. Next time on the show we'll have Joe Del Preti joining us from the East Perth District talking about the Royals One Life round. Until then, see you at the footy this weekend.